Greetings, my friends. Please consider supporting me in my war to save pop culture by subscribing to my channel and possibly even becoming a channel member for exclusive videos, access to Doomcock emojis, and more. And if you like this video in particular, please consider using the new Super Thanks feature and putting a tip in the tip jar located next to the like buttons down at the bottom of the video. Thank you for watching, and now, on to the video. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, broadcasting from my hidden base at the center of the Earth, and I come to you today with my reaction to the extended trailer for The Little Mermaid live-action reboot, remake, desecration, sacrifice upon the altar of woke. Call it what you will. I call it a hot mess. Now, in this video, I will be going ahead and giving my thoughts about these live-action remakes in general, but at the end of the video, I will actually watch the damn thing live and give you my reactions on the spot. Now, I cannot, for copyright reasons, play the trailer in the video, but what I will do is cue it up, and you can cue up the video for yourself, turn down the sound on it, and then when I hit play, you hit play, and you'll more or less get a DVD commentary on the video as it plays. But what are my thoughts about this Little Mermaid trailer? I find it sad. I find it a shoddy knockoff of the sheer magic of the original animated classic. Yes, I said it, classic. This movie, The Little Mermaid, basically single-handedly revived Disney animation at a time when it was on the skids. It was a breath of absolute fresh air with a collection of songs the likes of which had not been heard since Mary Poppins. Generally, it is a Broadway show in animation. This thing had catchy tune after catchy tune, an adorable heroine, lovable sidekicks, a very memorable villain, and even a prince that didn't suck. Yes, a charming prince that was not a vapid airhead that did nothing except kiss the princess at the end. Had a little bit of personality. You actually had a sense that Ariel and the prince had some kind of connection, some kind of chemistry. It was bold, it was beautiful, it was so perfectly envisioned that it just makes me so sad and angry to see another cheap knockoff. It's like Disney has become the cheap knockoff company, raiders of their lost art. They are going ahead and degrading their own IPs, going ahead and basically laying waste to their entire catalog, one live-action remake at a time. You got Aladdin, you got Lion King, now you got Peter Pan and Wendy, you got The Little Mermaid, they're working on Snow White, they're basically going, oh, Pinocchio, God, I can't even think about Pinocchio. That was one of the worst damn things I've seen in my life. I mean, just a soulless, paint by numbers, just rip-off. Straight up rip-off. It's the black market harvesting of organs. Disney is basically raiding their own corpses for fun and profit. Folks, here's my primary objection to these soulless remakes. They're soulless. They're uninspired. They are essentially ruining each of these movies for whatever kids happen to stumble across these cheap, shoddy live-action versions first. You know how in our community we don't like spoilers? We hate spoilers. Spoilers spoil things. That's why we call it that. It is considered a crime to go ahead and leak plot points from movies that people want to see. And what is a live-action remake with all of the plot points, all of the songs, all of the visuals, but one extended, lengthy spoiler? So a kid comes in here, sees this shoddy, dark, eerie, this uncanny valley of like actual animals talking like humans. It works in animation because everything in the animation is unreal, but here we have realistic crab talking. in these weird disembodied soulless voices. It's creepy when you get right down to it. It makes no sense whatsoever, not in the real world. But some kid sits down in front of the TV or in front of Disney Plus or goes to a movie theater on his birthday to see this thing. And the whole plot of The Little Mermaid, all of the plot points, all of the surprises, all of the music, ruined with substandard versions.
Well, how do you know it's gonna be substandard?
Look at it, Harvey! Look at it! There's no magic here. There's no, dazzle. It looks drab compared to, frames from the actual movie. The actual movie is perfect. It is flawless. It is a timeless, magical, beautiful film that is perfection in every way. I rank it among my top 4 best animated films of all time, including Snow White, The Iron Giant, and Porco Rosso, Miyazaki's classic about a flying pig in the Mediterranean around the time of the First World War. Those films are treasures. And when someone sees them for the first time, it's a magical experience for anybody that respects cinema, that respects great stories and art. I happen to see art and culture as the life's blood of any civilization. Yes, politics is important. Yes, real live issues are important. But man does not live by bread alone. No, man must also have his soul fed and nurtured. And wonderful stories like The Little Mermaid are that food. The reason for life is not simply to stuff our faces and survive attacks from saber-toothed tigers and so on. The purpose of life is also to dream, to aspire. And so when you get something as rare as a great classic movie, I look at it as a treasure beyond price. But when some poor kid stumbles across a shoddy knockoff of an original film, then it is spoiled for them forever because that element of surprise is gone. There will be an element of confusion. The substandard one will have lodged in their heads because, goes right in through the soft spot when they're kids and they grow up with it. And then they go and see, too late, what they could have had in the first place, what could have really, really nurtured their souls. It breaks my heart, folks. It absolutely breaks my heart. And that is the core of my objection. I cannot even discuss these matters without the specter of racism being raised by the woke. Oh, you don't like it because they've cast a black woman as Ariel. Well, I think that it's gratuitous, and also I think it's a form of cultural appropriation. But let me be perfectly clear here. My objection to The Little Mermaid is the same objection I have to all live-action remakes of animated classics, and indeed to 98% of remakes, period. They needlessly debase and sponge off of masterpieces just to make some extra cash and to insert political messaging into these Stepford cuckoo bastard movies, these rip-off remakes that cheat audiences out of experiencing something timeless and magical. It's cynical, creatively bankrupt, and unforgivably cheesy. That is the crux of my objection. So take your virtue signaling, shove it up your ass, and listen to what I'm actually saying. The Little Mermaid and other remakes are crimes against artistic merit and crimes against our right to enjoy the stories we love without shoddy remakes ruining everything for our kids. It is basically taking a classic, downgrading it for cash. And I find that to be a crime against culture and against humanity, frankly. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer, and I will just give you my candid, in-moment thoughts as I watch the damn thing, but I warn you, there will be some profanity. All right, folks, buckle up. I have got the video synced up here, and my finger is hovering over the play button. So if you go ahead and pull up this video for yourselves, get it to the start, and be ready to push the button.
Oh boy, push the button.
No, not that button, Harvey.
Ah, shit.
And I am pushing the button in 3, 2, 1, push. Alright, so here we have a standard shipwreck scene. Lots of blue, lots of rain. Looks pretty standard and not magical. Okay, so the prince goes over the edge, he's sinking, and cue up music. He's almost gone, but then a mermaid has grabbed him, takes him up to the surface, just like in the, real movie. He's laid down on the beach. There she's looking at him. They're coming to get him. This doesn't really read like The Little Mermaid. This feels like basically a standard movie. Now, look at this underwater shit. There are no bubbles as they move. There's no bubbles. They're just kind of floating there like more in space than anything else. It's dark. It's drab. Look at how magical the grotto was shot in the original Little Mermaid compared to this crap. And look at this. Look how dark and joyless this is. Hey, it's Ghostbusters 2016. Melissa McCarthy strikes again. I'm sure she'll be even funnier in this, meaning not funny at all. And again, very dark, very ugly, very uninspired.
I have no eyes, but even I can see that this is not the Little Mermaid. Not at all.
You're right, Skull of Calderon. Oh man, seeing like the crab, seeing the seagull, it's not magical. If anything, it's just plain wrong, seeing like realistically rendered animals talking. Okay, here we are. Okay, so they brighten this up a little bit, but it's still quite drab compared to the cartoon. No, man. No, I feel so sad. And they've also screwed up the straightforward, beautiful arrangement of a perfect song, part of your world. She is not as good as the original singer, I'm sorry. Her voice does not have the same pure, beautiful, innocent magic. And of course, we've got more music from Lin-Miguel Manuel, whatever his fucking name is, So basically, it's going to be Hamilton meets The Little Mermaid, and I'm sure he'll put in some, modern pop crap to, appeal to the modern demographic. Look, I'm disgusted, folks. Look at this thing. It looks nothing like the original. There is no magic to it. There's nothing that suggests the wonder that is associated with the original. And I urge people not to go see this movie. Don't take your kids to see this movie. Make them watch the animated classic first. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha